Hey guys, welcome to episode 9 of season 6 here at Sunderland. We start with a home game against Wolves, which we will be simulating. We're back to European action today with Udinese in the round of 32 of the Europa League. Fixture and a tie that we really should be winning and getting ourselves through. Wolves have taken a 1-0 lead here, but as ever, Alexis Mac Allister grabs a goal and Moise Kean gets one as well just 6 minutes later in the 35th minute. We actually lead now here against Wolves. Now we are on the cusp. Moise Kean with a second. That's certainly guaranteed 3 points here. We're on the cusp of the European Champions League for next season as things stand. UEFA Champions League. I don't know why I said European Champions League. So that victory against Wolves is important. Maintaining a good goal difference is also important because we were only in that 4th spot on goal difference. So it's not just about getting the results, it's about doing it in a manner that helps improve our goal difference as well. Spurs have drawn on match day 26. They were level with us on 42. Burnley have also won and are now level with us again on 45 points. And actually, I've just seen Chelsea have a game in hand. I was going to say we're closing up to Chelsea to just 5, but they have a game in hand, and that is against Arsenal. Well, that's not going to be an easy game, although Arsenal are currently 16th. Yep, it's career mode after all. Liverpool are down in 8th, Manchester City in 10th, but we're 4th, Burnley in 5th. So, it is what it is, I guess. We've scored 50 goals, a half century of goals in 26 games now, 33 conceded, which is an issue. It's definitely an area where we need to improve next, I think, which is what we're planning on doing over the next transfer window when we get to the new season. I'm going to take your guys' feedback on board, of course, when we get to that point. But for now, we're going to concentrate then on this game against Udinese. Ep9 is back and fit to play, so he will play. Juan Musso in goal for Udinese, playing a 3-back with Kenneth Omaru in there in the middle, then 5 in midfield with Janko on the left, and then Patrick Schick and Parika, don't know how to pronounce that name, up top. We tend to struggle against 5-backs. This is a 3-back with 5 in midfield, so if those wingers do track back and get involved defensively, we might struggle here. If they stay forward, like Savarino is doing here, then I'd like to think we can kind of pick them apart on the counter, or even just in general, pick them apart and get ourselves a decent result. That was well hit, and Nick Pope forced into a save in the opening few moments. We'll just lift this over the top looking for Rafinha and finds him well. Brilliant touch and turn. Made inside there to Yuri Tielemans, back in the starting lineup after being injured for a few weeks. And Mac Allister in great goal scoring form still. Shalov, here's Tielemans to Moise Kean. Oh, good save by Musso. Think it was going over anyway, but the keeper not taking any chances. First opportunity of the game goes our way. Win that header. Oh, he hasn't. Barak, the defender, does it. Max Lowe will recover. We'll try and work it back into the middle to do something. Here's Juan Foyth. Mac Allister has a bit of space if we can find him, which we've done well. And a wonderful finish from Alexis Mac Allister. He cannot stop scoring this year. Incredible whip into the bottom corner. 94 finishing, I believe he's got. And you can see why with that opportunity. Just out of his feet and then bending it around the 2 players in front of him. Not super in the corner, but the keeper just couldn't get across to it in time. Really top finish. And we're 1-0 in front with an away goal very early on. Low. Forward there to Clark. They have switched to being slightly more defensive now when we're on the attack. But it's taken them a while to get those defenders back from when they attack. And now, as you can see, 3 defenders are kind of isolated back there. And Rafinha with a beautiful ball into Chalov, who takes it and he strikes superbly. And this has to be, but isn't. But is 2-0. In the 18th minute, Fedor Chalov at it again. Sunderland 2, Udinese 0. This is going to be a very one-sided fixture if the opening 20 minutes are anything to go by over the course of 2 legs. Udinese might get absolutely bloody battered. Tielemans forward to Jack Clark. Lovely slotted pass in behind. Chalov is the man that's in space in the middle. Defender tried to get to me but couldn't. Alexis Mac Allister maybe for another. No, win that header. He can't, unfortunately. We are dominating Udinese here. They've just no opportunity whatsoever to get forward and away from their defensive third so far. As I say, poor pace of Savarino. Hopefully Max Lowe keeps up with them. But Jesus, the acceleration on the kid there. That was ridiculous. We didn't have the best of time of things in the group stage in the played games. We really struggled to pick apart teams that were quite low rated, to be fair, like mid-70s. This Udinese side has a number of players that are in the early 80s, but we're finding this one a lot easier than we did against the smaller sides in the group. Oh, Patrick Schick into the side netting only. Their first opportunity, really. Not the worst effort in the world, but they're going to have to do better if they want to score. Perizza into Schick. And good shot, well blocked by Declan Rice. Perizza is how you pronounce it according to Derek Ray anyway in commentary, so that's how we shall continue to refer to Perizza. And he's trying to build again here for Udinese, but they haven't yet found the way through. And Chalov going to try and utilise that pace again on the breakaway. Fedor Chalov in behind. Defender just seemingly gave up on it, and Chalov buries it, and it's 3-0. Unsure of what the defender's doing there, but I'm not going to complain. See, he's right with me, and then he just stops running, almost as if it changes the defender that has the emphasis on the board. Really odd. Oh well, 3-0. We're definitely going through. Even if this was just one tie, we'd be guaranteed of going through. But the fact that we've got another 90 minutes to play after this one, to be fair, I'm probably going to sim the second leg at this rate to ensure that we can concentrate our played efforts on those two Premier League games at the end of the month. But for now, we are in control in Italy. Really in control. We could even make it 4 if Jack Clark could get to that, but he can't. Perizza played in down the right-hand side. Decent delivery in it. Will reach Patrick Schick, and it's snuck in. Nick Pope got an arm to it. Off the underside the bar and into the back of the net. Maybe Udinese aren't out of it yet. Good finish from Patrick Schick. Nice header, got away from the defender and found himself in just the pocket of space he needed to be in to ensure he got to the ball. First time they've really properly threatened Udinese. We've been able to get blocks on shots and deny them shooting opportunities prior to that. That one was actually really well worked though, so fair play to them. But 3-1 down, with the 3 goals being away goals, still doesn't really change much, unfortunately, for them. And Chalov might even make it 4. Oh, just delicious goal from Fedor Chalov. Sorry, Udinese, you are not good enough. Where's again? Pass there to Justin. McAllister. Into Moise Kean again. Yuri Tielemans. This has been the most dominant and convincing performance, probably, of the whole season so far. Actually, no, we had a 6-1 victory against Bournemouth, didn't we? We absolutely battered them. This is very reminiscent of that, to be fair. Only 2 times we've been really, genuinely, properly impressive in a game and looked comfortable. To be fair, with the quality of our side, we should do more often. If you look at the ratings of our players, 87 Ken, 86 Chalov, 87 Tielemans, 85 McAllister and Rafinha. Declan Rice is 86 at the back now. We should be winning more games with a lot more ease than we have been so far this season. But there are still weak spots in the team. So that's perhaps why we aren't exactly where we should be, or where we would like to be, perhaps is the best way to phrase that. Where we would like to be in the Premier League. Still lacking more than just the one higher rated defender. Fedor Chalov could be in for a 4th for him and a 5th for us here. The Russian has it. Absolutely destructive performance from Chalov here. His 4th goal of the game. The decision from you guys in the comments to give him regular starts ahead of George Harrison was a very good one. Thanks for that. Again, it's becoming more and more reminiscent of the game against Bournemouth. Almost in scoreline. Oh! Good save down low by the keeper. Very good save. Impressive header as well, and the delivery was pretty decent from Rafinha also. Still 25 minutes to go here. Christ knows what the scoreline is going to end up at the end, but for now we'll stay at 5-1. Free kick for Udinese. Centurion has just come off the bench for them, and he will take it. He hits the supporting post, but wide of the target. As good as Udinese have gotten since their goal, to be fair. His first shot of the game, literally just walked on the field to take that free kick, basically. Here's Barak as they try and get another chance. Chick, or Schick even, into the middle. Good delivery, but they can't get rid of it. Oh, sorry, they can't work something as I get rid of it. Chalov played in again. There's a bit of space to break into here. Chalov could maybe get himself an assist. Moise Kean, now you've been rather low in the goal-scoring feats in played games recently. And that's continuing again. I cannot wait to sell him in the summer. He might be 87 rated, but he is terrible. Barak over the top. Foyth underneath. Gets it forward to Jamie Ward. We'll need some substitutions here just to give some extra rotation players some more football. As well, when you're 5-1 up, you're not exactly going to be having Udinese come back at us in this game, or even in the replay, to be fair, which we will now definitely simulate to ensure that we can concentrate on the remainder of the Premier League games for the rest of the month. And we could send Chalov away again here, maybe to get his 5th goal of the game. Or maybe an assist, perhaps, looking for Drew Yearwood. Oh, Drew! Why? Why have you used no one near him, and he's gone right underneath that and hooked it over the bar? Terrible effort, just as Moise Kean did earlier on in the game. You would have expected Kean to finish that more readily than Drew Yearwood has, but Yearwood's been a good source of goals for us in this save throughout the course of the seasons. I would have expected him to bury that as well, to be fair. We could have had 7 or more in that game, but 5 will do, I think. That'll be enough to see us quite comfortably through to the next round, although we will, again, simulate the home leg. I need to add someone else to that training regime now. Morris will continue to improve here and go up to 68 rated as we look to get yet more out of those youth prospects. We don't really think any of them are going to get the chance to step up into first-team football anytime soon, but I mean, if we can continue to grow them, great. They might come in handy with regards to selling them on for finances to bring in other players later in the save. After a 5-1 win against Udinese in the first leg, I mean, I don't even care if we lose, but I think for morale it'd be nice to keep it high. Of course, morale next year on FIFA 20 supposedly is going to be a lot more important, very important in fact, because it's having a direct impact on players' stats. But Udinese at home next, which we shall simulate. I wonder who we'll get in the next round. I'm very intrigued to see what sort of sides are in the Europa League now, having dropped down from the Champions League. So there always tends to be the occasional incredible team that's just gotten knocked out in the group stage of the Champions League. We've seen Barcelona in the Europa League, in fact winning, I think, the Europa League in previous seasons in this save. Now 7-1 up on aggregate, rather than 7-1 up alone from the first leg. Make that 8-1 on aggregate with a 3-0 scoreline thanks to Rafinha. And that will be how the game will end. So that was only ever going to go one way, wasn't it, really? Wait and see when the next games get scheduled for. 500 grand added to the budget for getting through. And we'll advance as far as Sunday, and then we'll know when the next round is and who it's against. It's Real Betis. Real Betis we have in the next round of the Europa League. That's right then. So I was going to concentrate and play these 2 games, but what I'll do now is sim Southampton at home and then play West Ham and Betis. So we'll have yet more Europa League action in today's episode. Southampton not in the best of form. We're in alright form now, domestically. Improving form domestically, and obviously still very good form internationally as well, so to speak. Jack Clark and again McAllister with a goal. 2-0 up at half-time. Pushing into the second half. These 3 points will be very important for us if we can see the game out. And we're going to. Jack Clark grabs a third. Good for our goal difference again, which, as we mentioned, is vital for us at this stage, with just 4th spot to chase after, and Burnley matching our results all the way. Their goal difference, however, is only +5. Ours is +19, so it's going to take a big swing for Burnley to bring that back round. They're going to have to hope to do it on points rather than just goal difference, but the gap to Chelsea is now only 4. They have floundered a little bit and find themselves dropping away from the top 2. Manchester United and Everton looking more and more likely as a 2-horse race for the title. We are 11 points away from them now at the top of the table. But up next for us will be West Ham United away from home. A trip back down to London, and hopefully it will be the same pattern as we've seen so far in the episode. Victory, victory, victory. Arboleda in goal for West Ham. Sam Byron at right back. Segura, Sarr and Rojas as the back four. Pedro Obiang holding there on his own, with then another four in front of him with Silva, Fernandez, Grealish and Holland, with Han Kwang Song, player that we've potentially been interested in previous seasons, a player that has scored against us in previous seasons, a player that we will be wary of here down in East London. Low, forward to Clark. Okay, I was meant to go back to Low, but never mind. Kept possession, I suppose. Tielemans to Chalov and across to McAllister. Five in midfield is probably going to be difficult to break down. Obiang sat there holding just a little bit deeper. A bit space here for Jack Clark, and he's worked it really well. Jack Clark with the effort. Arboleda with a relatively comfortable save. Had to be at full stretch, but well done. Oh, it's poor from Jack Grealish. Really loose control. And here's Chalov. Poke that. Good interception by Gabi Rojas. Could have set Rafinha away to give us a 1-0 lead. We are in the form of our season so far, to be fair. We started off really well at the beginning of the year and have just dropped horrendously since then, but we seem to be recovering recovering to a similar level in these latter few games, hoping to build on that throughout the course of the remainder of the season. The title, pretty sure is out of our reach now, but we could solidify it in the top four between now and the end of the season. Make that step up from Europa League to Champions League. And by the way things are going in the Europa League, we might even qualify for the Champions League by winning that European competition. Jack Clark cut inside. Sarr read that very well indeed. Throw. In it's Yuri. Oh, so much space for Alexis, but it actually disappeared rather early on. Oh, Rafinha, that's a dreamy finish. He may have let us down against Manchester United in the last episode. He was through on goal one-on-one with seconds to go and put it right in the stands. He got underneath this one as well, but luckily on this occasion it hits the woodwork and goes over the line underneath the bar. We'll take that as a very nice way to go 1-0 up here at the London Stadium. Thank you very much, sir. We're in front. Cross to Silva. Down the line there to Fernandez. Good delivery. Cleared only as far as Obiang. That's to Jack Grealish. Patient in their build-up here, West Ham. Andy Silva. So patient that they lose possession before they're able to create a chance. Alexis to Rafinha. Lovely run by James Justin. He is very adventurous as a right back. Does love to get forward. Great touch by Chalov. Little flick to Moise Kean. We'll accelerate away. Look for Jack Clark through the gap. Jack. Oh, chance. Windows narrowing. Oh, Chalov's there to turn home as the keeper just palms it to him. I didn't do that. He did it all of his own. Fedor Chalov is in such good goal-scoring form. I don't even need to tell him to shoot for him to do it. We're 2-0 up here. Shame for Jack Clark. Lovely turn. Couldn't find the finish, but Chalov sweeps it home. We are further in front. Low with the throw. It's Jack Clark. Tielemans to McAllister. Rafinha's calling for it. Hit it early. He scored a couple of real crackers with those early shots, Rafinha. Might as well use it to my advantage, considering the AI have just battered me with it for season upon season in multiple different series here on the channel. But Alexis McAllister's in here to maybe score another of his own, but it's comfortable enough to pick up for Arboleda as it drops free after the block. I think he's still the league's top goal scorer, Alexis McAllister, I think. We'll have a double check after this game. Tielemans into Alexis again. Moise Kean will go back to the Argentine. We'll drive into the space. Go on then, Fedor. You go through. Oh, good tackle by Sarr. And the header. Oh, get the ball alive. Get the ball alive. It's still going. Alexis. Oh, never mind. Song. Wide to Rojas, pushing forward from left back. Involved at the other end of the field now. Max Lowe heads up. Not necessarily away. They're still coming forward here, West Ham. There's enough time left in the game for them to score a couple of goals. Jack Wilshere's not necessarily helping his teammates out with actions like that. Here's Obiang to Byron. To Jack Wilshere again. Gently Silva, he's going to get through that one, but not past the next. Bring that down, Moise. Good touch. Jack Clark. There's Chalov. And gets to McAllister. We could maybe send Moise Kean through. Is he actually going to score a goal for me, Moise? Yes, he is. And he takes it very well indeed as well. makes a change. Normally he's too busy putting it straight at the keeper or into the stands. I'm actually surprised. I think the fact that I'm surprised at my 87 rated striker scoring a goal says everything about the performances of Moise Kean for us. His 10th goal of the Premier League season, probably just his second or third that I've actually put into the back of the net with him myself in a played game. Regular goal scorer in simulated games, Moise Kean, but when we actually play with him, he's not that good. Never mind, 10 to go, and we're 3-0 up here. It's been a stunning episode for us so far. And we'll keep our clean sheet too for the time being. Lofted forward. Oh, Nick's come a long way there. There's loads of defenders back there that were able to deal with that. Never mind, Rafinha will look for Chalov, and he's gotten there ahead of the defender. You see the lung-busting run coming from the man in the middle, who will try and find now Rafinha into McAllister, looking to extend his advantage as top goal scorer and can't finish it. How can he whip efforts like he did against Udinese from 20 plus yards, but then gets an opportunity 4 yards out to just slot it past the keeper and kicks it straight at him and can't score it? That's very odd. Regardless, it's going to be, come on ref, there we go, a 3-0 win against West Ham United. We've got Real Betis at the end of the month. Oh, West Ham were woeful in that game. I didn't realise they only had one shot the entire 90 minutes. Everton win against Leicester to keep up their challenge for the Premier League title. We have Real Betis coming next as the next episode. I do want to see, though, the goal scorers. Oh, he's not top goal scorer anymore. Well, he's level with Richarlison, who's there on 16. Salah on 15, and then a bit of a gap to Nicola Pepe. So it looks like it's a three-way fight at present for the league's top goal scorer. But we're going to go into the next game here against Real Betis. In fact, I'm sorely tempted to, because it's the home leg first, I'm sorely tempted to simulate it. I've only played 2 games though this month, haven't I? So we will play it. If I'd have noticed that it was the home leg first, then I probably would have played the game against Southampton. Well, I mean, we won that anyway, so not to worry. Okay, into the game against Real Betis we go for the first leg of the round of 16 of the Europa League. Betis' starting 11 then. Paul Lopez still in goal for them at this stage of the save. 87 rated. Lo Celso still there as well. He's 88 rated. Outside of that, everyone else is kind of 81, 80, 82. So they're a decent side. They're playing the same formation though that Udinese tried and got destroyed with. So we'll hope for just as strong a result this time around. Though we are slightly tired. Everybody's probably at about 90 to 95% stamina because of the busy fixture list, but we still should hopefully have enough to see off Betis here. We'll just have to wait and see if we can actually get the job done. Chalov is the tournament's top goal scorer. They very nearly got their job done very early on, looking for an away goal, and Nick Pope with the save. Chalov, as I mentioned, top goal scorer with 10 so far in this tournament. Obviously a number of those coming against Udinese in the previous round, but although he was 6 from 6, to be fair to him, in the group stage. Just so happened to score 4 in the first leg against Udinese earlier on in the month. Moise Kean doing well to get away from defenders there, and Rafinha driving down into the space. Chalov is there, arriving late is Moise Kean. Nice little arced run there from McAllister, and Tielemans has the space, deflected off the post. That could have gone in the bottom corner, and luckily for Real Betis it hasn't. That would have been so desperately unlucky for them if it had gone in that manner, but still very, very nearly 1-0 to us. They've had chances, we've now had a chance. This game so far looks like it's going to be quite open. Turns well, still going, and there to Camarasa. Thomas, good block, gets that first piece. Declan, well done. Chalov with good footwork. Moise Kean not going to be able to get past him, but Chalov's in, and he's done well to get to that. Fedor Chalov for his 11th in the competition, maybe still. Oh no! I was halfway through saying the word yes. Oh, so close on 2 occasions now to taking the lead, but haven't been able to do it. Steady. Out there to Nunez. It's going to drop free for Thomas and we'll get a foot in. The clearance isn't good enough. Thankfully, Jack Clark recovers. That was nicely done. We'll work this well. And now the space for Rafinha to race into. Petzella's going to try and close me down. I'm not sure he's going to be quick enough. Oh, he just got to that. I tried to turn away from the challenge. Really decent stop from the defender. And now Betis will come on the counter-attack. It has been a very opening half an hour or so, with the ball flowing from one end of the pitch to the other. Now they're really threatening here. Thomas might go out wide. It does. Goes for the 1-2. Good save by Nick Pope. Keeper drawn upon and actually having a very good game here, Nick. And is needing to have one as well. Giovanni Lo Celso will deliver the ball. It's decent. Flicked on by Terry at the near post, but wide. Near to Alexis. Short to Moise Kean. Lo Celso. Not Lo Celso. Chalov. I don't know why Lo Celso was the name that came to my mind there. Rafinha, I'll pull this back looking for Chalov. Oh, swing and a miss. Couldn't quite get to it. Oh, Lo Celso's given that away. I'll look for the ball to Moise Kean. Bend it. Oh, good save, Paul Lopez. Terrible mistake from the Betis midfield. That's a good delivery too. Foyth's up well. Unfortunately, the ball also went up and over the bar. Really well worked by Betis again. They're certainly playing the Spanish way with their level of possession football, but giving it away far too often in the midfield areas. And if Chalov makes me the right run, really found from him there, we could have caused him some problems. Rafinha looking to get in behind. Will lift it back into the middle. Chalov can't get to it. 2 minutes added on at the end of the first half. We are going to be level at the break. Despite having the same formation that Udinese crumbled with, they've actually played a lot better than the Italians here, Betis, which is obviously why they're at this stage of the competition, and Udinese aren't. 0-0 at the break in leg number 1. Down the line there to Mazin Maulida. Good delivery. Really good delivery. Stunning goal. Giovanni Lo Celso just on his own, arriving late in the box. Couldn't get anyone close to him. And he's volleyed Real Betis 1-0 in front. Look, he's so much space there. And the defender, James Justin, didn't know whether to go with Lo Celso in the middle or the man that was running around the outside. Probably in the right mind for a wing-back. Went with the man that was running out wide. But nobody covered in the middle. And it's a stunning finish from Giovanni Lo Celso. And Betis have themselves an away goal lead 3 minutes into the second half. This is suddenly turning into a much more difficult task than we thought it was going to. If we can instantly respond, that would be superb. If we can respond at any point, that would be superb. Don't want to go into the second leg with a scoreline deficit, especially if they've gotten an away goal. Oh, it's a lovely through ball for Francis. And it's a good ball in as well. Rafinha tracks back and does well enough not only to clear it away, but deny them the corner as well. Able to just flick it over and ensure that they don't get a chance to whip it in from the corner. They can do so from open play though, and Maulida's header, thankfully comfortably enough, claimed by Nick Pope. And Chalov has enough space to just comfortably knock that down there to Yearwood. It's going to fall to Alexis here, and here's Lyndon Gooch. We'll work that inside to Moise Kean and look for Rafinha on the left-hand side now. He's in. Rafinha, ever faithful. Give him space, he will punish you. We are level. Great run by Rafinha. Wonderful first touch, and the finish just as good. So much space over there. Brilliant ball by Moise Kean. Takes it down in his stride superbly and then hits it early to catch the keeper out and ensure that the angle doesn't get too close. And Paul Lopez is a very good goalkeeper, but he's not getting anywhere near that. We're level on the night. Took us 20 minutes to respond. There are 22 to go. Wide to Lanez. This is good building move. If they lose it now, they would leave themselves open to a counter. Celso to Francis. They're not even worried about getting caught on the counter. All they care about is getting the ball in the back of the net. There was a man in the back of the net, but the ball, thankfully for me, didn't cross that boundary. Alexis will give that back here to Fedor Chalov. Got space on the right-hand side, but I can't find the pass. Looking for James Justin on the overlap. 7 minutes to go. Looks like it's going to be 1-1 here in the first leg. So they'll have the away goal advantage as we head into the second leg. But certainly we've proven in this game that we can give them just as good a game as they've given us. And even though they will have that away goal rule advantage, I do still feel confident that in the second leg we can get ourselves through to the quarterfinals. Oh, I was going to pass it to Rafinha anyway, but I didn't need to because the ball just found its way to him anyway. And Fedor Chalov is in behind here. I've got men in the middle to aim for. If I can pull it back for someone, we can, but we can't. We can pull it back, but someone in the middle, Alexis McAllister, can't get to the ball because of the superb defensive recovery from the Betis man, and it will be a 1-1 draw only. To win it late on there would have given us just the boost we needed to head into the second leg and get a victory, but fair play to Real Betis. They were very, very good in that game. Arsenal beat Roma by 2-0. Atletico Madrid beat Wolves by 2-0. And AC Milan beat Monaco by a 1-0. So we're the only home side on the night not to win our home tie. Not to worry. U-Squad monthly report. 73 rated still Billy Hughes, growing really well. 68 now for Cameron Morris, still training him. Lewis Morgan, 67, still training him too. And Valet, 59 rated. Wait for him to go up another rating if we can. Tamori wants to leave and George Harrison wants to play. But at present, the side that are in the starting 11 right now are the team that are playing best. And we found seemingly our form again. So we're going to stick with what we've got so far. Decent win against Wolves. Great win against Udinese. Another good win against Udinese. A win against Southampton. A win against West Ham. That is probably the best month we've had since the beginning of the season. Tomorrow it will be Bournemouth, Brighton, Betis in the second leg, and Arsenal. And if we get through against Betis, you can bet your bottom dollar there'll be another couple of European games drawn as well towards the end of March for the quarter-finals. As we get towards the end of the season, things are going to get very busy. We do want to ensure that we finish in the top 4, though. We have ourselves a 2-point gap at present. Win our game in hand, and we'll only be 2 points behind Chelsea in third as well, though. So Chelsea, stumbling at the minute with their form, might find themselves drawn into the battle for the top 4 when previously they were quite comfortable. Delighted with the month. Hopefully you guys are as well. I will see you in the next episode. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further videos. They will be once every 2 days from now whilst I'm away in Gamescom. So today's Friday, there'll be another one Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, then I'm home. So I will see you in the next one on Sunday.